Shares of software company BlackLine soaring in their Nasdaq trading debut. I'm joined by the company's CEO, Therese Tucker. Therese, good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Rhonda. Thank you for having me.
Your stock has a very strong showing here on day one. What do you think investors are excited about when they look at your growth prospects?
You know, BlackLine has just a strong history of growth and offering real value to a terrific client list, and we have a great big market in front of us. All those things get investors excited.
So you make cloud-based software, but you specialize in the accounting industry, for example. What sort of market is there potentially for your product in terms of penetration?
You know, we think it's a vastly under-penetrated market, and it's around the automation of things that people are doing manually now. And our CFO always likes to say we liberate accountants. That's very appealing.
In terms of your client base, where are you focusing most of your efforts on in terms of size of the companies or geographic location of the companies?
You know, we've seen strong demand both internationally and domestic, and we break our sales force into mid-market, and they focus on companies between 50 and 500 million in revenue. And then our enterprise group focuses on companies that are greater than 500 million in revenue. We've seen great progress in both sets of markets.
Do you have much competition, do you feel?
You know, we were the ones to pioneer this market in the first place, and we're not just sitting around, we're continuing to innovate. So from my view, no, we don't have a lot of competition.
I always like to ask this question anytime we talk about a cloud-based software product, and that is the security question, because I think people still need to hear that reassurance about how a company manages security for its clients, especially in your situation where you're dealing with sensitive financial information.
We've done something so unique. We've convinced more than 1,000 great big companies to put their financial data into our private cloud. And the way we do that is we have an incredibly stringent approach to security, and we pursue all the audits every year that prove it. Very important, a lot of focus in our company on security.
How much do you have to worry about regulation?
Actually, regulation works in our favor. You know, when they changed the tax code to require a more stringent intercompany loan accounting, that does great for us. So regulations are wonderful.
What happens if they simplify the tax code? That might actually happen depending on who gets elected.
You know, is that ever going to happen? Really?
Well, that's a good point, I will say. But if it does, I mean, what would be your hurdle to growth at this point, other than perhaps you just hit a percentage where it's harder to keep growing at past performance?
You know, companies will always have to do accounting. And when you can bring them a more efficient, more transparent way of handling their different processes, that isn't going to be impacted by any regulations. And, you know, the market that we have in front of us is so large, I think we've got nice potential.
Therese, it's not very often I talk to a female CEO. I've never talked to a female CEO with your hair color, which I very much like. But as a CEO in the technology industry, who is a woman, when are we going to see more women running software companies?
I wish that we would see more. I wish we would see more girl programmers and then girl CTOs and on and on and on. But you know, you've got to raise them up young to believe they can do whatever they want to.
Therese Tucker, it's been fascinating chatting with you. Congratulations on your debut.
Thank you so much, Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.